All right, go ahead and click on it, Kara. Yeah, we just get a click, huh? Dang it.
Wants to go out.
Yep, it'll go out, but it will not come back in. I don't know what to do. It is time to go camping. After going once or twice last year and having this in storage, it's time to get the gold trailer out and go for Memorial Day weekend. Come along with me as I go through and I check everything out to make sure that we're good to go, because we have like 2 days before we leave. And I don't know if there's anything wrong. Just at first notice, looking around the sides, everything looks pretty good. Tires aren't too bad, they aren't very old. I need to check the pressures on them. Looks like some birds have been treating this as their porta potty. So I need to get that all cleaned off. Not seeing anything from the exterior besides the graphics that are peeling off that I need to get fixed. Everything's looking all right. As of now, I don't want to speak too soon because you never know what's going to pop up. Up here on the front, this trim always flexes, and I need to get up in there and figure out a better way to hold that in place. Got the B&W companion hitch thrown in. Best hitch you can buy, in my opinion. Oh, I see something right back here. It looks like there's a little bit of caulk separation here. Need to go through and fix that. But let's go on inside and see if there's any issues there. We always leave our freezer and fridge open when we aren't using it to air out. Everything's looking all right there. See if the slide will go out. Not getting anything there. Oh, maybe this lock's done. This is a lock that, there we go. That always worries me when that doesn't come out, but it has that lock on the switch. I'm not seeing any water damage or anything yet on the roof, so that's good. After sitting all winter, you always worry. Nothing there, and I don't see any mouse droppings or anything like that. So I don't think any mice have got in here. Don't see like tore up cushions or anything. So fingers crossed that this is in fairly good shape. Now let's check the upstairs to see how it is. This slide always works so dang good. I don't know why they don't use these mechanisms more for slide outs, especially these smaller slides. Looking around in all the corners, not seeing any water damage, so that's good. That is always the biggest worry. Now that that checks out, it's time to dewinterize it. It's full of antifreeze right now, so I'm gonna pump some water into it as I go through and get all the antifreeze out. So I'm gonna do the outside shower first to try to get it out. I don't want to get it all over the driveway and have it sticky, so I got out the bucket. Oh, well, that didn't work well. That's some pressure. Just sprayed all over. Looks like we've got all the antifreeze out of there. Now, can move inside the trailer and get that. Always good just to run a whole bunch of extra through it and get all that antifreeze out of the lines. I know this is why a lot of people use air, but it's hard to beat the antifreeze. I just trust it. Okay, up into the bathroom. All right, shower so that I don't get pink stuff all over. Just come right down by the drain and do it. And last but not least, the toilet. Till almost everything's out of the lines. Cleared up real quick. Now that I got all that, jump on over the water heater. Go ahead and put the plug back in. Then we can fill it up with water. Now I can't remember if I'm out of propane or not. So while that fills up, let's check propane. Well, that tank is empty. I think I have a new tank. Oh yeah, that's way heavier. But these 2 bottles of propane usually get us through the whole year, so not too bad that way. Water heater is full. Trying to do all the other stuff and I hear the water splashing down the side. So everything's good that way. Once I get the fridge figured out, we'll get the propane going on in that too. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but one thing I like to do is I like to fire up the range first and run some propane through it, make sure it's getting through. That way there's no air bubbles, any sort of stuff like that in the lines. I just think that the fridge and the water heater and all those things work a little bit better when I do that. So next thing, let's get the fridge going. A major problem with any of these vents on the side of your trailer is wasps getting in there. There's one right there. So I need to get rid of that thing. I don't see any others in here, but yeah, they do make covers that you can put around the outside. I just didn't think it looked very good for the fridge. And you can get them for your water heater as well. They just kind of stick out a little bit, so I didn't care for them. I did put them on my heater though, the furnace. So they just look like this, but I didn't care for how they looked sticking out on the water heater and on the fridge panel. Trying to get it to ignite. You can see the little spark down in there, I hope. It's right down in there. At the start of each season, this really struggles. Oh, there it goes. That is the first time in 4 years that it's lit on its own at the start of the season. Usually every season I have to get some sandpaper down in there and kind of sand it away, or get my lighter down in there and kind of help it along. I do love having the propane for the fridge. Makes it boondocking so much easier. And yeah, I know a lot of people have went away from the propane fridges, but I really like ours. Comment below, what's your thoughts? Did you like the propane fridges, or would you rather just go with the 12 volt?
Today we're getting Goldie ready to go camping. We're so excited. We feel like we haven't done anything but the house. So it'll be good to get out, a nice long weekend, and just relax and chill and just get back to our beloved hobby of camping.
Oh. Hey, you made it home from work.
Yes.
I've been getting stuff ready, I think. I went through and I got the water all hooked up, made sure all the lines are flush. Been vacuuming. Everything looks pretty good, except for a bunch of dead flies. So, I think we're getting closer to being able to go on Saturday. So, I guess since you booked a spot, we better be ready to go. You might want to make sure your trailer's ready before you book a spot. I don't know. Or just book it and send it. I don't know. Ran into a little bit of a problem. Yesterday I was loading up. I went to put the slide in, and it's not moving in. So, gonna try to get the slide to go in. I don't know. I'm gonna push against it, and Kara's gonna push the button. Go ahead, Kara. Anything? Does it even click or what? Okay, come out with it a little bit. Okay, now go back in. I'm pretty sure if it would just start, it would go, but I don't know how to get it to start. All right, go ahead and click on it, Kara. Yeah, we just get a click, huh? Dang it.
Oh, it's going to be locked.
No, I thought the same thing.
Wants to go out.
Yep, it'll go out, but it will not come back in. I don't know what to do. Looks like we're going to switch to plan B, which means we're taking the bean. Since we can't get the slide out open on, well, sorry, we can't get the slide out closed on the big trailer. Luckily we have the bean. We don't usually like to take it to RV parks, that sort of stuff. It's more for off-roading and boondocking, but we already have reservations. Kara's parents are waiting for us. So time to get the bean ready and unwinterized and everything else.
Well, now the Goldie is not going to work. We're shifting over to the bean, and shifting over to bean means less space for storage. Therefore, I have got everything sitting on the counter, ready to go in a cooler, and Jesse is switching the truck over to the bean so we can shuffle stuff around and fit. And so that is the process at the moment. Sadly, we're leaving Miss Goldie behind. Yeah. But luckily, we've got teeny weeny bean. Yes, ended up changing trailers. Originally had the Bronco tied onto the bean. Had to change gears on that. Too much stuff with having mills and finding all that. And now our little gremlin Kylo. So we're now in the truck and we're headed.
You want smooth, straightforward energy without the bubbles.
Another reality of RVing in 2026.
Live Fit Go.
$5.55 a gallon. Drill, baby drill, I guess isn't working so well. I don't know.
Adventure Club members.
Thanks a lot, Trump.
$100
$100 worth. Got 17.9 gallons, so 18 gallons basically. 3/4 of a tank. Yeah, on $100. Sure doesn't seem like we're winning. Made it to the camp spot. Not usually how we like to camp with the bean, but hey, not a bad spot. Have Kara's parents here in their beautiful mobile suite, and us in our little bean. But we do have our inflatable couch out, which is nice. Our new 23-0 awning. I think it's our second time using it because last year we didn't get to use it much. And then we got the Kylo dog over here for his first camping trip. Just chewing on his bone. Huh? What do you think? You having fun? Yeah, I think he's having fun. Kara's in making sandwiches for lunch. And it is just a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. So even though things haven't went as planned, I guess just roll with the punches a little bit. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong. So far, so good. When you think you're the coolest rig in the campground, and then this guy pulls up. Look at that, the executive. Old 444 Chrysler, or 440. That is a cool, old 1977 motorhome. And I think they're University of Utah fans. Out for a walk along this beautiful river. It's the Duchesne River. Kara and Kylo. What an amazing campground. What do you think, Kara? Nice day? Kylo is excited. So many smells. He's not the biggest fan of the water, but lots of smells. I don't know if it gets much better than this. Look at that. What a valley. We come up to the same campground, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year, and every time I'm like, why do we not own property here? This is just amazing. But we should have bought property about 10 years ago when we started, because everybody else has found out about it now, and it's way out of our price range. But it is so nice to camp next to this little river. If you ever can find a camp spot next to a river, we highly recommend it. Now, with the high cost of everything, I guess you can make money selling pics of your feet. So I'm going to put my feet in the river here. I don't know, maybe that'll get us more views. Do you think that's going to get us any more views, Kara?
With your feet, maybe less.
Oh, runner's feet. They're glorious, huh, Kylo? Kylo already went off that rock. Took a full dip earlier. Now, hopefully I don't. You could just insert the music right now. Woo! Ilo, that's cold.
No wonder he was shivering when he got back to camp.
Yeah, that'll feel good on the feet though. Plantar fasciitis sucks. My feet hurt so bad. This will help though. If I was really tough, I'd cold plunge it. That's what Aaron would be doing right now, my buddy. But I don't like the cold plunge that much. This is what nights look like now, huh, Kylo? Camping in the bean with the Kylo dog. Luckily, he doesn't take up a whole bunch of room. Do you, buddy? Been a few days since our last camping trip. We got home, got unpacked, and forgot to start working on the treads. Well, didn't forget to. We're too tired to. So this slide out currently is stuck in this position. I thought I'd have to rip out the whole underbelly, but I got on the Carriage Domani Facebook group, and they said to try the circuit board first, which is underneath the fridge. So we're going to jump in there, pull the panel off, and see what's going on with that. Got my best help already in here. Huh, Kylo? From what they told me on the Facebook group, I should be able to remove this panel down here, and there should be a circuit board or a power board or whatever down there for the slide out, because right now all it gets is a click. Right down here, we have this, which is our slide room control. Everything appears to be hooked up fine, but they said to just wiggle these because somebody previously had an issue with theirs, and after taking off the underbelly, all they had to do was wiggle these. I don't know if they'd like jiggled out or whatever, but Kara, will you hop up and press the in button? Is it moving? It was that easy.
Get out of the way, huh? Other than it stops because
It's always been janky that way, but
or something, so you have to like
pump it a few times, but it was just clicking before. That is so much better than cutting into the underbelly to replace a motor. And just like that, it's working again. I guess we probably could have done this without having to take the bean, but it was fine. So sometimes it's a pretty simple fix, not a major issue. Comment below, have you ever had something like this happen that's kind of messed up your plans that ended up not being as big an issue as I thought it was going to be? Thank goodness. Let us know what you thought of the trip. Let us know what your next trip is as well. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all those sort of things. And as always,
enjoy your weekend.